So I would say by now, most of us are very, very familiar with the Xbox Series X and S and PlayStation 5 scalping situation online. We see them get posted up consistently for well over twice the amount that they're supposed to be going for on MSRP in stores, and it seems like they are still continuing to sell going into the holidays, which again makes sense. You're gonna see a lot of people pull out their wallets as we get closer and closer to Christmas because they're getting down to the 11th hour and they're like, well, I need to have it because that holiday pressure is on. But now we at least have some data here that's been pulled from online sellers, eBay specifically, that gives us an idea as to how much money these different resellers have been making, and it's quite a bit. But if you're still looking for one, there is a bit of hope, and that has to do with another retailer tomorrow that appears to be going live, and we're all going to attempt to fight the bots once again. Guys, if you enjoy these videos, make sure you hit the like button, helps out a ton. And if you're new here to the Spawn Wave Plus channel, make sure you subscribe down below. Let's go over here to dev.to, where they took a lot of the information from eBay and put it into nice charts for us and gave us a bunch of information on exactly how much these scalpers were making, especially when it comes to profit margins and all of this. And what's really cool here is it shows the entire reseller market for different items that came out around that time. So I was going to talk about the Xbox and the PlayStation, but there's also charts and data for things like the RTX cards, which is kind of interesting to see how the 3070, the 3080, and the 3090, how they've been trending along with their MSRP, or AMD's different chips as well. But let's start here with the Xbox, and this goes back into October, because remember, people were buying pre-orders when they went live and then just immediately posting them on eBay, and those were selling. Like, that worked right away for them. But we can see here a bit of a trend where, of course, it jumps right around the time that the system came out. That's expected. But now it appears it's kind of starting to trail. It's trying to trend downwards again. This ends at the beginning of December, though, December 1st. And I have a feeling it's going to start trending back upwards, like I said, as we go through December, as people start to become more and more willing to pay these inflated prices. But if we go down here, we can see the eBay/scalper profits right here. 1.48, basically $1.5 million in profit on the Series S, and that's with $3.5 million in sales. But if we go to the Xbox Series X, which is a more expensive system, Series S, remember, that's a $300 system. Even with a markup, you'd be making $300 if you doubled the amount, and even that's not actually what's happening here for the Series S. $8.6 million in profit for the Series X so far, over the span of about 2 months now, and we can see our total sales eclipsing $20 million. And then if we jump over here to the PlayStation 5, we have the digital version and the disc-based version, with the digital version bringing in $4.3 million basically in eBay profits for scalpers, but then the disc-based version of the PS5, $14.742 million, and that would be on sales of $27.5 million, and then $7.215 million, which that would be roughly $35 million in total sales here, and just about, $19 million in profits. So you take that, add that with the Xbox, and a lot of resellers appear to have made just about $30 million in just overall profits reselling these systems. And I mean, it makes sense why it's so sought after right now for resellers. I mean, it's obviously lucrative for them. This isn't just like one group or anything. These are just the overall statistics on eBay right now, as they're pointing out, for all the different systems that sold over the last 2 or so months. It appears that the PlayStation 5 side goes back a bit further even, but the one thing that's interesting here is it does look like it's kind of leveling off for these systems. The PS5, I think, will still be going up through December, but I kind of think the Xbox will be a little easier to find, as that one was on more of a decline than what we see here with the PS5. So there is a chance that if you're looking for a Series X or a Series S right now, you might actually be able to pick one up before the holidays while still getting MSRP, because I think we're starting to see scalpers maybe move away from the Xbox just a bit. But that PlayStation 5 disc version is working out very, very well, I would say, right now for scalpers. But if you're trying to get a system, it looks like, at least right now, Best Buy is going to be going live tomorrow on their website, and you can try to get one. Look, we know what happens. We all have this thought in our head, like, oh, it might work out. This is going to be good. And then the site crashes as you're trying to check out, or it gets ripped out of your cart, but we try every time, right? So I'm still looking for a digital PlayStation 5, and I'm still looking for technically an Xbox Series S, and I think I'm going to take a shot tomorrow at this. But what's going to happen here is Best Buy will be going live 8 a.m. Central Time, so that'll be 9 a.m. Eastern Time, and it's going to be online, but it appears that after you complete it online, you can actually pick up curbside in store, and that way you don't have to wait for shipping or be concerned about, oh, will it get here in time for Christmas? You can just go pick it up, which I will say, I think right now the best way currently to kind of get around these bots is if you make it so that you have to at least swing by the store, even through curbside, so you don't get out and, go in to pick it up, because then you don't have to worry about a bot from out of state or out of the location or any of that, picking it up and then getting it shipped to them. Best Buy should know that the PS5 is hot enough to where people in the local area are certainly looking for the system, and they will be able to sell it. That wouldn't be a problem. So that might be a good way to kind of get around the situation currently with scalpers and bots picking up these systems en masse. If they have to go to the store and pick it up, but they order from like 4 different stores, they're probably not going to be able to, and someone local will, which will also make it easier for them to enforce the 1 console per person or 1 console per address kind of thing, because then you can only leave with 1 system. It's something to think about there for Best Buy or Walmart, any of these places that will allow you to go pick it up in store. That might be the best way to get around this, and you're still going to sell it. And hey, they're coming by the store, so you never know. Maybe they'll grab something else like a game or something, and you can actually have some add-on sales to it. But let me know what you guys think about this down below. It looks like the reseller market is booming for them right now. I mean, it's the holidays, so you would expect it, but I do still think there's hope, especially on the Xbox side, and I still think that the PlayStation 5 will start to trail off a bit as Sony continues to kind of flood the market with systems. As more and more systems come out, remember, they'll have too many systems. At some point, there will be too many systems out there, and it won't be worth it for scalpers or resellers to continue attempting to double the MSRP price, and they'll kind of move on. So here's hoping January, we'll start to see that happen. Thanks, guys, for watching, and I'll see you next time.